You know what day it is today? It's wheel day. That's right, we're going to be changing out the wheels. Actually, technically tomorrow is wheel day. Today we have to clear out the brake drums from all of the rust they've accumulated over the years. So I'm going to be taking off the wheels and repainting them with brake caliper paint. So let's get to it. If we get a look here, the rear has brake drums on it, and all that red rust is not going to look nice through the new wheels. So we're going to go ahead and paint over that after sanding all of the rust off the surface. Interestingly enough, this is the only vehicle I've ever seen with brake drums that actually makes more brake dust on the rear of the vehicle. These are the rear drums, look at that, than it does on the front with the disc brakes. This is my 2005 Chevy Colorado Xtreme, and it comes with 18-inch wheels from the factory. We're going to be putting 20s on here. Let's get those rear wheels off. First things first, we got to remove the plastic caps that GM puts over their lug nuts. Since there are 6 of them per wheel, we're going to have to remove 24 of these things off of the car, and then 24 lug nuts as well. I will be very happy to be rid of these. When we go to tuner lug nuts, we're going to get rid of all of the extra work to remove these caps. Okay, now that the lug nuts are broken loose, let's jack it up. Always make sure to chock the wheels when you do something like this, because there's no parking brake on the front wheels, so if you're lifting up the back, she's going to roll. And always use jack stands before you get underneath the vehicle. Okay, place the 2 jack stands directly underneath the axle, so I'm supporting it by the springs rather than the chassis or the frame. And it's always a good idea to do a shakedown test whenever you jack up a car, in case there's any shifting or the jack stands are going to give out. You want to make sure this isn't going to go anywhere. Most of our work is going to be from the side, but just the same, we want to make sure it's safe. Yeah, I'd say those things are about ready to be changed out. We're down to the wear bars all the way across and have some pretty good inner wear on these wheels, on these tires. So we're switching from Continental Extreme Contact Sport wheels, tires, which they no longer make, but we're switching to something even better from Continental, which you will see soon. Walk around here. Here are our rusty brake drums. It's probably going to be a little bit of work to sand inside here. Maybe we can use a wire brush, but I don't want to see that through my nice new wheels. And we got the backside off here as well. A little more light on this side, but lots of rust. These actually looked pretty nice when I first got the truck in Seattle. They must have been brand new when I got them though, because they rusted pretty quick, even in California. And here's our tires. Still got a little dry wet, not too much wet left in the capability. That's what the D and the W stand for. There was never an S with these tires. They're strictly summer, so no snow capability. But yeah, these are worn out. There we go, Continental Extreme Contact Sport. And they are 235/50 ZR18s. These are pretty good tires. They did really well in the wet. Very, very comfortable to ride on, and lasted all of about three and a half years. About 3.5 years. I have a bunch of different abrasive wire wheels here, different shapes. This is the only one that faces directly outwards, but I'm going to try this on the pockets to see if we can clean those up first. These little guys right here, they seem to have a lot of debris inside them, maybe some oil and stuff holding it in there. Looks like that's working pretty well. Not too bad. As you can tell, these Milwaukee drills have quite a bit of torque, so it's an effort to try and keep them aimed at the disc, at the drum. I think I'm actually going to get a mask and not breathe in all this good rust. All right, I think that should do it. All right, I'm going to release the parking brake handle. Let's see if it gives us a little better access to this. It's looking better already, that's for sure. Now we can rotate it around and get it from different angles. I could take the brake drum off the car, but right now it's easier to have something to hold onto it to keep it from moving around on me. But I'll probably clean up a little bit of the space in between all of the studs here afterwards. Even though you won't see that, might as well clean it up as part of the process of refinishing them. That is a lot of brake dust. A lot of rust. We killed a battery, or almost. Time to get a new one. There we go. Fresh battery. It's looking a lot better. Not all the way through, but we removed a lot of the rust. And I am working up a sweat, so I'm going to change. Alright, back from break. Whenever you're working with these wire wheels, be very careful with them. They can take off skin in a hurry. Gloves won't do much to protect me, maybe give me an extra split second before it starts cutting into me, so you always want to be careful. Don't let yourself get so fatigued that you start making mistakes. So take breaks. It's actually kind of shiny. I might have to scuff that up a little bit to get the paint to stick to it. And we just have this little bit in the middle here we gotta take that rust off. Compare that to what we started with. Looks a little bit better. Just a little bit. Let's see if we can take that thing off and clean up the rest of it. So I did manage to remove the drum after a considerable amount of work with a sledgehammer and loosening the star wheel adjuster. I was able to get it off. You can see the lip here has quite a bit of groove from the drum brakes shoes biting into the metal here. So this thing definitely needs to be machined or replaced soon. That's why I was having so much trouble removing it. And it looks like our shoes here have enough material left on them. They're rear brakes, so they don't do as much of the braking, although with this truck it seems like they do more than most. So I will have to keep an eye on those shoes, and I'm probably going to wind up replacing the drums at the same time as I replace the shoes, just due to the amount of wear in here. These are most likely going to be under spec anyway, so I will probably paint the new ones just like the ones we're going to do now, but we'll do a quick repaint on these as well. So let's go ahead and finish cleaning up this one, and then we'll do the other side. Let's take a look here. These are probably some of the most advanced drum brakes that exist, in that they pretty much stopped making drum brakes after this, so this is about as far as the tech got. You can see, unlike most drum brakes, there's just one large sprung piece of metal here. It's very difficult to get this piece in and out, but it does away with a lot of the complicated array of springs that you have to map out when you take apart drum brakes, or you just leave one side connected so you can reference back to it when you forget how to put it back together. But this is the star wheel adjuster here, which I was loosening from the backside to get it over that little ridge, and you can see this is probably the thinnest point on the shoes. Probably have about 30 seconds of material left on there, so it's not gonna last all that much longer. But I didn't buy brake parts for this, I bought wheels, so we're gonna do that job when we need to. And let's take our brake drum here. Here's our before and after. We can hang this guy up. And there's going to be even another after when we paint this thing. So we got a whole other side to do. Let's get to it. So after some considerable effort, I was able to get the second side off. Both of them have that lip due to wear inside of the brake drum from the shoes. So both of these probably need to be replaced soon, but we're going to paint them anyway. I don't have replacements right away, so we can make this test run for the final painting of the next drums, and we'll see how the paint sticks. I've already polished up. You can see this one, I kind of put some scuff marks into it, so actually remove the polish using a DA sander, a random orbital sander rather. And this one here I have not done yet, so you can see it's quite a bit more shiny compared to this one. See the glare. So we're going to go ahead and sand the second one right now. I'm going to try and get rid of a little bit of the lip around the edge here where there's all this rust around the perimeter. I'm not going to go deep where the pad, where the shoe actually touches the rotor here, where it touches the drum. Alright, so that should get rid of some of the extra rust that was keeping us from removing the drum from the vehicle. Let's go ahead and get rid of some of this dust.